Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Round 2 of the Any God Allowed tournament. Oh, that's a better name for it. I hadn't been calling it that. All right, so we got Horrific Emblem versus Horrific Emblem. Rama versus Chaac. I love Horrific Emblem. I'm so happy to see both of them, actually. So pumped. Gen Life against Commander Clyde, joined by Maserati's himself.
Hello, how's it going?
And we're up. Haha, first auto gone to Gen Life.
Automatically wins the game though.
We got a good skin from Gen Life. It's not my favorite Rama skin. I still like this. Actually, no, I like the comic book one. This one's very good.
Okay, so Gen Life going to do the smalls on the red buff. Interesting that being Chaac, like the early game monster, he's not more protective of those smalls. I definitely think that he could have contested there and got them himself. But look at that damage. Chaac just showing exactly why the guard is picked, that early game aggression, that lane dominance, and he's a monster right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because it's Chaac into Rama, and Rama is really known for not having that kind of early presence that most other hunters do. So, you know, it's kind of polar opposites. Chaac has a good opportunity to take this here, I'd say, this kind of a matchup. It should go to Rama the later the game goes, but if the Chaac's able to control the game, Commander Clyde's got a good chance here.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. It's super early game versus super late game, and it just depends. Can Clyde snowball hard enough and stop Gen Life getting to that late game? Or will Gen Life play efficiently enough, play protectively, and manage to get to that late game where he wins?
Yeah, and I mean, the Horrific Emblem from Commander Clyde I think is going to help him out a lot. I'm actually surprised to see it picked up from Gen Life. Definitely Commander Clyde, you expect that, you know, aggression. He wants to get even more slows out on top of an attack speed slow as well against Gen Life here for the boxing match and just, you know, lock him down. But for Gen Life, I think a sprint actually would have been perfect for him. So surprised to see that he would opt into an aggressive one as well.
Yeah, I agree. A sprint or maybe bracer undoing, I think, could have been.
No more bracer.
No more bracer.
Oh, this is gonna be rough, but he's got an ult of his own. Now bracer, no more bracer next patch. Maybe it'll probably still be picked up. Oh, he doesn't have a 2 available. Ooh, that's rough. But he might still be able to get him here. Oh, his own axe undid him.
Wow. Oh.
You hate to see that happen, and it happens so often. It's one of Chaac's like biggest downfalls, to be honest. The fact that he can't freely use his tube when he wants to in that kind of position, and he needs to. So he didn't wait out the axe, or at least maybe thought that the axe was about to expire, and of course got teleported to it with his 2 instead of being able to just, you know, use the 2 on Gen Life as he wanted. So that is so unfortunate. And that honestly could cost him the game right there. He's got a lot to fight back from. Let's see if Commander Clyde's got it in him.
Yeah, that kill hurts Commander Clyde a lot. He needs to be snowballing, and this is the point where Chaac is like at his near strongest, and the fact that he's not able to capitalize and get kills at this point is scary to say the least. Both actives are expended though, and Ram is going into his attack speed boots, and looks like an Iglo will be able to go starting into next. Chaac just managing to finish up his tier 3 boots. Going for them power boots, to be expected on Chaac.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny, the actives both at nearly the exact same timer there, the respawn timer on them. So Gen Life gonna be able to aggress more now. He's got, you know, the fact that Rama doesn't have the greatest early game out of the hunters doesn't mean he doesn't have great clear, because once he's got his astral arrows up, as I've been learning more and more, originally I didn't think he had the greatest clear, but if he's got 5 astral arrows up, he just, you know, is free. He just walks up and takes that freely, and it can box you a lot too with his positioning. So, oh, this is
a lot of damage coming out from
oh, and then what a wide radius on that ability, but Clyde once again not able to find it. Gen Life's got an ultimate here, so Clyde's got to be careful about how much damage he takes.
This is the axe, unfortunately.
Yep, look, Clyde's Gen Life's trying to get enough so that he can hit him with the ultimate here for the kill. Okay, Clyde has to juke these out. Ooh, gets hit by all of them, but he still takes it. Wow.
Wow. Gen Life slightly overestimating the damage his ult would do there. I think he thought that if he landed more, he'd get the kill, but that Chaac is a warrior, and warriors are tanky as hell.
Yeah, and I mean, he's probably got, I don't know if he had a pot going, but healing from his rain as well. I don't think you can ever, or you should ever overestimate your Rama ult in the early game. It's kind of like Nuwa ult, where it's just, you should always expect that it's not going to kill, in my opinion, because you can get really screwed big time, like in that exact position, if you think that you have the damage on that, you know, that you'll have in the later stages of the game, the mid to late. It's just, yeah, even with all 3 shots there, just not enough to go up against the warrior there. And that was before he even had defense on, so yeah, gotta respect the fact that your ult ain't shit yet.
And so there's tanky base stats coming out from Chaac as well. But I like to call this ADC overconfidence. So in a lot of matchups, you may get the first blood in an ADC, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the game is now over, but you just automatically won a matchup. I feel like a lot of people just get the first blood, they think, okay, this matchup's free now, and they over-aggress. But you got to remember that that's still a Chaac, and he's still doing a lot of damage.
That was beautiful, and he's got the slow. Wow, you're very right, Maz. Yeah, it's very easy to, when you're in the top tier matchup, or at least it's not even the top tier god in Rama, because he's not, you know, one of the best ADCs, but he's still a top tier role, right? That he has in the ADC, and at the end of the day, Rama is still an ADC, and if he gets to the hyper carry potential, he's gonna be able to just completely face roll you. But yeah, it's not quite the case yet, especially after just 1 kill. So a little bit of overconfidence from Genlife goes a long way for Commander Clyde. That 1 kill right there under the tower was orchestrated beautifully. Got just the tip of the ultimate, and then walked in to finish him off with the slow from his rain. Great stuff.
Yeah, agreed. Commander Clyde, he is a Chaac master. I've played against his Chaac multiple times, and it's scary. He is definitely a Chaac main, and he knows his character inside and out.
Yeah, definitely really seems well like it. And he actually goes into... Ooh, didn't get to steal that out. But good attempt, and definitely worthwhile attempt, because he already had the wave poked down. But yeah, he actually goes into finishing the Horrific Emblem this early on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do like it, because you got to remember that that's 20% damage reduction. 20%, like, that is a huge amount.
It is. It's so good, the item, and so many people are not picking up on it.
People sleep on that 20%, but it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. You put that on someone, you win the fight basically if they don't have much counterplay to it. Like, your damage is just reduced by so much.
Right, exactly. And it's not like you can beads it or anything, right? It's a straight up debuff. So unless, can you, Maz? Am I missing? Can you beads the debuff? Don't tell me.
No.
Okay, see, exactly.
Ooh,
so yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that is very hard to counterplay, and it applies the slow. So you got a lot going for you there, and in the hands of someone like Chaac, it's very devastating. Both of them use the Horrific Emblems there, and I think it doesn't change the cooldown reduction though. Right now, yeah, cooldown remains the same on that item, tier 1 or tier 2, so about the same respawn timer on them, nearly.
I kind of like the choice what Chaac has gone into. He's gone for that Breastplate of Valor. Often we'll see maybe a high Divinemian Lion, but Chaac is just such an ability-based character. Having that extra cooldown and able to throw those axes out more often just suits him so well. So I do like that.
Yeah, definitely. Generally, people either go into Nemean and then Jotuns, or they'll go Breastplate and then Titans. At least that's what I do, and I see a lot of people doing the same. And the philosophy is just the Nemean is a better item overall than Breastplate in most cases, because it's got better base protections, and it's got the reflect damage, which can be very, very helpful to just turn a fight. Or not turn a fight, but, you know, just give you a lot over time. And then the Titan's Bane is going to be, you know, more overall effective pen than the Jotuns. So you want to get the best of both worlds, but also get the cooldown from those items that don't offer as much. Usually you go one or the other. Here, the Breastplate being the first option for Chaac, you know, he's realizing that both the mana and the cooldown here is very important for him at this stage. So cooldown definitely the name of the game in this stage for Clyde, being able to rotate those abilities, get his heal up more often, get his ultimate up more often, which is already on a very low cooldown. So yeah, definitely like the strat as well. And I assume it could honestly go into a Jotuns next, given that same kind of philosophy, or it might be a Titans. We'll see.
Yeah, I think either Jotuns or Titans is a safe bet. But he is level 13 as well, and being past level 12, he does pick up that second active. And he's gone for the Shield of Thorns. Pretty standard pickup against ADCs, as we explained the last game. Very strong against them, and expect to see some Thorns and ult plays by Commander Clyde.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so glad that Clyde didn't just pick into Bracer immediately, because I feel like Horrific is not only a stronger relic right now, but it is just a much better choice in this position. Did that ult hit? Oh, no. Oh, he's got the Thorns on, though, but it's not enough. Yeah, because I just think, you know, the item is falling off. It got nerfed on this patch, and now it's getting nerfed on the next patch.
Next patch.
Yeah, it's about time that he gets some better like itemization against your opponent. Like, I love when you can actually pick up something that will counterplay your opponent and not just play to the strengths of the relic itself. You know, this item works perfectly against Rama, so yeah, it's cool to see more change for Duel like that. You know, more positive change in the itemization overall. Just counterplay.
I agree. I'm sick to death of this.
Okay, this is big for Gen Life, though. He's got Commander Clyde way out of position. After he used a teleport from that 2, there was just nowhere for him to go. Had no ultimate available either. And yeah, damn, that's rough, man. That's why, once again, that Horrific actually coming in handy, though, for Gen Life as well. Recognizing that the escape has been used and then applying the Horrific. That's always what you got to do. You want to wait until they have nothing left and then make it just, you know, your autos and their face, basically, at the end there as they try to run away. And Gen Life takes back a lot here against Commander Clyde.
Yeah, that is a huge lead for Gen Life. Now he gets the red buff, he gets the blue buff, and he pushes a wave into tower, making Commander Clyde miss some minions there. So that's huge for Gen Life on that round.
Yeah, and we're definitely getting closer and closer to the late game where Rama's going to be stronger, getting all that pen online. Once he gets an Executioner or Titan's Bane, whichever way he seems to go it, it's troublesome. Did he steal that too? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay.
Commander Clyde gets that buff. But he's out of position a little bit here.
Yeah, and look how little damage he's doing to Gen Life. That axe not hitting quite as hard as it used to. Gen Life knows it too, just fighting right into this.
I don't think Commander Clyde should be fighting this.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of this. Ultimate available for Gen Life as well. Oh, I like the counterplay, but it's... Oh, I don't know. No. Oh my god, it all comes down to this. Quick shots from Gen Life. Really well done. Snipe out there. And yeah, just Commander Clyde picking off more than he can chew, or biting off more than he can chew, I guess. I don't know why he decided to make that big stand there. He obviously seemed like he could have gotten out in that position. I mean, he was able to make his way over. The only reason he took more damage is because he just turned and fought for that amount of time.
He did use his Shield of Thorns as well, but he used it very late into the fight, which I think hurt him a bit too. But I just think I agree. The idea to fight there, the choice, I think was a mistake. Get the blue buff, you won that engagement, walk away. He definitely could have just done that.
And I respect the turnaround too. Like I respect the attempt in the turnaround after he'd already gone that far, because I think he was definitely dead at that point once he reached the lane. And he almost made it work too. So imagine if he had baited Gen Life into pursuing him without fighting that long. And a little bit later, when he just had a little bit more defense on his side with that breastplate. Or that silver breastplate that he's holding now. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he wasted some more opportunity on his game there.
Gen Life now has completed that Executioner, and he's gone into a Sunder as well, so he's just looking to really strip away these protections. Although something to be noted is Sunder did get changed. At the moment, it's just percentage damage if it's tier 1, and when you upgrade it, you do get the flat damage and the damage reduction. Not damage reduction, damage increase. But Gen Life is just shredding away.
Yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere for Commander Clyde anymore. As you can see, it's just the Rama's come online, and Sunder, yeah, definitely a weird pickup here. A lot of people are saying that it's terrible right now. At least at the tier 1 stage, all it does is 15% of the the target's current health as true damage, which is not very much at all in most cases. Against Chaac, you know, he's got a little bit of the higher base health, but it's I don't know what the math is, because I'm not looking at his health, and I'm not doing it, guys, and I'm not going to exercise how poorly I can calculate things on the fly. But yeah, it's a weird pickup. He's going to, on that tier 2, have the not protections debuff anymore, but like Maz said, what is it, Maz? Goddamn, they keep changing the relics, man.
I believe it has flat damage on it as well as just a percentage, and it also there is a damage increase on the Sunder after using someone on the tier 3.
Oh yeah, your damage onto them is increased. Yes, yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
so
Genlife taking down that Phoenix now, thanks to the Fire Giant buff, and it's looking rough for Commander Clyde right now.
Yeah, Genlife might be overstaying here though. I mean, he doesn't, other than his ultimate, nope. All right, he's just got the power of his autos, the strength of his will here. Gonna be able to poke out. Oh, okay, I like this decision from Commander Clyde because he doesn't want to have his Titan get too poked out here. But it's getting really tricky. Does he have another 2? Nope.
Genlife just overstaying like crazy here, but he knows he can is the thing. He has to sustain from the auto attacks with his lifesteal. He has to sustain with the Fire Giant buff. I think he's pushing it a little bit, but he knows he's within his limits, and he like it. Now he's running away like
Genlife's ultimate has been working well against Commander Clyde's as well, to be able to just get him up in the air, prevent that silence altogether, and sometimes just prevent the damage if he's able to time it correctly. And that's, you know, it's a very strong tool against Chaac, so it does work out quite well, even though Rama doesn't have much self-peel. That ultimate interaction is very beneficial for him, so being able to utilize that has been a big help for him throughout this.
And now the matchup gets even worse because Rama's got a Toxic Blade on.
Oh yeah, I think that's rip. That's nail in the coffin. There's no like bracer on Clyde, that would be even worse, and that's why another reason I respect him not going bracer. I think it was a great idea not to. But given that Chaac relies so much on the healing from his 3, the Toxic Blade, watch how little he's going to start doing here. Almost nothing.
Genlife is just going for the Titan.
And he's just attacking through him.
My god. Genlife is just kiting.
But he did end up dying there. I mean, I think by the time he's back up, the Phoenix will still be down. It's going to actually be kind of close-ish, like by the time he actually walks to the Phoenix. So there's some, you know, a small ray of hope for Clyde here, but it is very, very slim. You can see how easily he shreds through him. He's fighting him and the Titan there, and almost got the better of the exchange.
He's bored of the 1v1. He's looking for that 2v1 right now. But the Titan is extremely low as well. If he wants to, Genlife could just walk in there, focus the Titan like he did just then, and the game would be over. Yeah, it just all depends on that Phoenix. Is the Phoenix going to be up, and how well Commander Clyde can defend it?
Nuda, I'm so sorry, man. Apparently Nuda is having some computer issues, so he's not going to be able to continue playing through the tournament. He's going to be forfeiting. I think he's in about round 2. So, yeah, sorry, Nuda. See you next time, man. All right, this is the big engagement. This is pretty, you know, this is all or nothing right here. Clyde getting a good start, and this could be it. Yeah, wow.
Wow. Commander Clyde saying this game is not over yet.
Yeah, man, if he can make this comeback, I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but, you know, that's pretty fucking hype. That's a good look. I just love to see comebacks, especially when they're not just based off of silliness, you know, like somebody making like a very silly throw. Like Genlife's, all right, Genlife's Titan pressure there was crazy, and he left the Titan with like 100 HP. So it is a little silly, but like Commander Clyde also having just great counterplay in this, especially at this point up against a Rama as Chaac. It's not an easy job, and that engagement was beautifully played.
Again, though, I think a bit of overconfidence by Genlife. He completely was not phased by the Shield of Thorns and just decided to auto attack straight through it. And
yeah, that was exactly the problem.
Like, you will reflect so much damage to yourself, and it's just not the play. I really think he needs to be a lot smarter. I feel like he just thinks he's won now, and I think that could be his downfall if he's not careful.
Yeah, I also want to say that he doesn't have any defensive actives. So once that Shield of, once that Shield of Thorns popped, and once that Horrific Emblems popped, he can't just like, you know, slip away with a sprint or anything. He's gone so aggressive here, and I think it will cost him. Oh, big damage, especially the Sunder just not being the greatest relic. You know, maybe he's showing us more than we've been giving Sunder credit for, or at least for me. I know I hadn't been giving him much credit after the change, especially because, you know, I feel they neutered it when I loved the item. Tier 2's got, oh, I just slowed down the game without realizing. Okay, we're good. But, yeah, that was pretty cool, actually, anyway. He's just going to take this for free, though, or no? Wow, he doesn't even have that much damage for this. How come? Because the Toxic Blade, not giving him any damage, and he's still got the Ick full. surprised to see a Hunter end up losing that much health up against the Bull Demon.
Slow comes out, Cinder comes out as well, but just disengages, dashes away.
Yeah, that's slow against Clyde. He might not be able to catch up to him now. He really needs to hear. He wants this engagement, and I hope he doesn't overextend for it because he can't. Yeah, okay, good. You can't go into the Titan range there. Genlife just going to be able to turn around and tear through him. But yeah, I think those relics really benefiting Clyde so much more in this position than Genlife's, and that can make all the difference in some of these situations.
Agreed. I'm liking to see that Commander Clyde is still like fighting into this, and he's doing well. Like he's winning some of his fights. Whether this is just overconfidence again by Genlife, or whether this is just the point of the game where Chaac just becomes unkillable, I'm not really sure. But I feel like Genlife should be winning this if he plays it properly. I don't know.
And I want to talk about Toxic Blade, how much it limits gods like Chaac, and this could be a big example of it. No, hardly any healing coming out right here. Oh, these are easy shots, so I feel like the way he lined it up, but no, not those ones.
And it looks like a stalemate, both characters are
this is scary, man. Yeah, Genlife gets out. He needs to keep running because Genlife's hot on the trail, but the Phoenix is disabled for now.
But at the same time, this is wasting all the time on the Fire Giant, so it is actually a pretty good play by Commander Clyde.
Yeah, look
you'll
how
see that Phoenix is now not disabled anymore.
Right, exactly. Look how well Commander Clyde respected Genlife there, even with the health that Genlife had. Knowing that he didn't have his 1-2 combo up anymore, Commander Clyde, you know, backpedaled there and waited to see what Genlife would do, knowing that if he committed, he could just get bursted down by autos no matter what his health is. Here too, again, doesn't take the fight unless he's got the positioning that he needs and the abilities up in the right position. So good stuff.
Genlife really needs to make sure he's playing around that Shield of Thorns as well. I think that's the main thing which is causing him to lose some of these fights. But it has a long cooldown. If he can play around it well, then I don't see why he should be able to just walk over this shot.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Toxic Blade, by the way, if you guys didn't know, it's 20% healing reduction, stacks up to 3 times, so it's a 60% healing reduction, which is very easy to apply, obviously, on Hunters. Or as Hunters. So you apply that onto Chaac, and then that's a 60% healing reduction just onto his, what is it, onto his rain, what is it called, rain dance? Onto his reins for 5 seconds, and that's so debilitating. So if Genlife plays around that better, he should be able to do this, but I think he's just put himself in such a position, like Maz said, just a little overconfident. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the Hunter, baby.
We Hunter late game. He has got back Chin size online as well, so he's equal for it. So he's
that's rough that he wasted his ult there, but oh man, it could be a bait. Oh, it's all gonna come down to this. Honestly, he's shooting into him while he has thorns on. He didn't realize. Commander Clyde's got him with the last one. Why did he shoot it? Why didn't he just cancel? He was waiting for the thorns to end, and I don't think he recognized how long those thorns last. I've actually done the exact same thing at least twice as Rama, yeah, in that position, because thorns last a crazy long amount of time, man. It doesn't make sense. It lasts for how much? 8 seconds, and that's like 8 in-game seconds to slow-ass seconds, man. Like, you're just sitting there with thorns, especially while you're in a Rama ult and you're waiting for it to end. Like, you assume it's finally gonna end. It never does. Commander Clyde able to take down Genlife, and he will take down the Phoenix.
Really well played from Commander Clyde to get him into that vulnerable position. I think even if he didn't do that, when he was landing, he was low health, and Commander Clyde had for his heal, and the debuff wasn't on him, so he was healing for quite a significant amount. So we can't say exactly what would have gone down if he hadn't shot into the Shield of Thorns, but definitely was in favor of Commander Clyde in that fight, and I'd love to see the Chaac coming back. It did look like the end for Chaac. The time was very, very low, but Commander Clyde just said, no, this isn't over yet, and I want to win this game, and he's showing it up right now.
Yeah, I mean, once Commander Clyde shows his hand, you know, I hate to harp too much, but it really is important to recognize it's so bad for Genlife not to be able to have a defensive active like Sprint to just run away. Like, once his hand is shown with his 1-2 and his ultimate, Commander Clyde doesn't have that much more lockdown potential afterward if Gen Life pops movement speed relic like that, or even just like Deeds or something, you know. So these two offensive actives just proven not to work out too well for him. And when you think about how the Hunter versus Warrior matchup goes in general, you really, oh, this is actually tricky. I don't hope, yeah, Commander Clyde's not gonna overextend here. He might, but we'll see. Yeah, you gotta think about how it's all about the Hunter just trying to shy away from the Warrior all throughout. And, oh man, that Toxic Blade again, just doing so much. Yeah, and you're not helping yourself by not going defensive actives. You have to rely on those actives for all the positions when the Warrior has the upper hand. And without those, you know, you're basically, you know, crippling yourself.
Yeah, I definitely do like the Commander Clyde's relic choices. I'm not so much keen on the Sunder, especially coming out from Gen Life. Like you said, I think a defensive active would have been a lot better.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the matchup.
Commander Clyde has finished his Brawler's Beat stick now as well. Did it a while ago, but didn't really talk about it. But that definitely comes into play as well, counteracting the huge amount of lifesteal Ram has with that 75 fully stacked Diva Gloves. Definitely a good counterplay there. And he has got a 3k part, a 3k defensive part right now, so this tanky Chaac is becoming even more tanky.
Yeah, it's just scary because, I mean, Gen Life, if he hits a certain amount of autos anyway, like once he's got that like 4 autos stacked on Commander Clyde, he's just hitting so hard that I feel like even with the 3k defense spot, it's still the right option in my opinion. But it's, you know, it's really just feels so overwhelming sometimes when you're going up against that Hunter auto barrage. Gen Life fighting back the Creep Wave and Commander Clyde with simply his autos, just walking backward and shooting straight.
Yeah, I'm surprised Commander Clyde is letting him kind of do that for free. I'd like to see a bit more,
into the
more
fire
aggression.
creeps is, yeah.
Commander Clyde, I think, needs to show a little bit more aggression there, but
yeah, he's a little
looks like
scared.
He's on the back foot at the moment.
He finally brought this lead back and he doesn't want to throw it. Oh, I'd love that Shield of Thorns, but Gen Life with the presence of mind to back off this time. And this is probably just going to be oh no, look, he fights back into it again. Not recognizing how long the Thorns last. It's as if Gen Life has not learned, man. Damn.
And Chaac is doing so much damage with this, but I'm actually surprised to see how much damage this Chaac is doing right now. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe it with these 3 pen items just smacking him, and then the horrific emblem making the damage dealt reduced in that position. Oh, actually, he didn't even use it there anyway. Never mind. I was gonna say it didn't look like he did that much, but I think it was just the fact that Gen Life got so ambushed by the damage of that Thorns. You gotta respect Thorns, man, and you gotta respect all 8 seconds of it. GG.
GG. That was really well played from Commander Clyde.
Yeah, it really was. It's crazy by Gen Life to see the literal Thorns throws there, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Commander Clyde. Thank you so much, Gen Life, for entering, dude. And better luck next time.